Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube? It's the one and only DONMANIA. You know it's murder. DYM, stand up. Saying nah, I ain't taking flight junk. Relax. I gotta find something to say for y'all. But what's up, DYM? Today we're gonna be reacting to Julian Newman somehow got worse. I ain't gonna lie, Julian Newman always been trash to me. Being real, you know what I'm saying? All he could do is just shoot from deep. But hey, ever since I watched that show, he just been completely garbage. The show was entertaining though. I ain't gonna lie. The show, I give it an A1. The show was fire. But he been trash. His sister is even trasher. She just be chucking up threes. But let's see how this gonna go. Let's see. He just got worse somehow, some way. I don't know how you regress. I thought you were supposed to progress. I don't know how you
once the
regress
name on
after high
everyone's
school.
lips, hailed as one of the brightest
actually,
young
I do,
talents in
but
basketball.
He
From
stayed
the moment
kept
he
playing
stepped onto the
basketball.
court,
It's not like
his
he
skills
didn't
and
stop.
potential had fans, influencers, and scouts buzzing. He seemed destined for greatness, but despite all the early hype, his career faced some major setbacks, leaving many wondering how someone with so much promise could stumble along the way. His plays were pure magic, unbelievable ball handling and scoring that had everyone talking. He became a YouTube legend, with highlight reels that went viral and made him a household name. But it wasn't just about the skills, it was his energy,
when he was a
his
kid,
vibe,
bro,
and the way he
was
drew
just
millions
dribbling.
in that made him
like
stand
crazy.
out. Newman's early days were all about seizing big opportunities. His social media exploded and top-tier basketball programs came knocking. Despite standing at just 5 feet 7 inches, the hype around him was off the charts.
Dang, I ain't gonna lie, look
flashy
at
game and thought he was bound for the NBA.
I ain't even gonna lie, looking at the highlights now, that junk look trash. Like, I ain't gonna lie, these highlights look hella trash. He the type of person you just sit there and let him dribble, bro. Just let him dribble in 2K17. You don't have to watch him.
Yeah.
Just watch him dribble. Behind the back. So he didn't pass that ball.
It felt like he was
there.
destined for stardom, but the real story was way more complicated. Despite the early hype, Newman's career hit a rough patch. A mix of physical and mental challenges played a big role in his downfall. So, what's gone wrong for him? Julian Newman has become the most hated basketball player on the internet, and the nightmare just won't quit. After years of being roasted on social media for his cringeworthy play on the court and grading personality off of it, he's finally playing Division I basketball. From bouncing balls off people's heads to
nobody knew he was
teammates
playing
and even
D1
ruining
basketball.
basketball's
We don't
vibe.
see him
It's
on
been
TV.
wild. Back in the day, Julian looked like a basketball prodigy, an elementary schooler playing on a varsity team. It seemed like an incredible story, but as time passed, the cracks started showing. Let's be real. How could an 8-year-old possibly be the best player on a high school team? The whole thing felt like one big gimmick. He was basically allowed to do whatever he wanted, playing against some of the weakest competition, and he didn't hesitate to take full advantage of it. People quickly realized Julian Newman wasn't just a talented young player. He was kind of a jerk. From trash talking and fighting to bouncing balls off kids' heads, he was nowhere near as likable as the hype made him out to be. Social media exploded when he faced real competition and got a taste of his own medicine. Julian had zero sportsmanship and no team spirit. At 16,
They talk about
picking on
LaMelo.
a 7th grader, someone needed to remind him this is a sport, not a street fight.
Wait, what happened?
Julian Newman grew up in the spotlight, going from a confident kid to a player many saw as overly cocky. Despite all his hard work, his game hit a ceiling.
It's like
There
the
are only
short
so many flashy
syndrome
dribble
just be
moves and wild
sparking
shots
it.
people can watch before they're over it. By high school, the cracks were impossible to ignore. On paper, averaging over 30 points per game seemed impressive.
Yeah.
But the truth? He played for a small private school coached by his dad, where he had complete freedom to take any shot he wanted, no matter how bad. He stacked up stats against weak competition, creating viral moments built for social media, not actual basketball success. His game was flashy but inefficient, more about highlights than results. The hype train couldn't keep running forever. Though he had more talent than most, 3 big flaws crushed his NBA dream. A bad attitude.
Bro, when LaMelo exposed, bro, that junk was crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. LaMelo made it so easy. So easy. He was laughing the entire time. If someone laughing and they frying you, bro, you gotta give up your career. I guarantee you that. You a joke. He had no serious face. He was having a blast the entire time.
Poor basketball IQ and an inability to adjust. By the time people caught on, Newman had fallen from viral phenom to the laughingstock of high school hoops. Scouts had no time for a 5'7" guard who couldn't evolve or hold his own against real competition.
Nobody wants that.
The teams passed on Julian,
He don't
leaving
pass
the
the
Newman
ball.
scrambling for their next move with no real NBA future in sight. So they switched gears, leaning into Julian's internet fame. That's when Jamie Newman, Julian's dad, took charge and built a full-blown media machine. The family rolled out a clothing brand and their own reality show, a painfully awkward attempt to replicate the Ball family's success with Ball in the Family. But here's the thing. The Ball family had the talent to back up their wild antics.
Yeah, the Ball family was nice.
Not so much. The show quickly became notorious for its over-the-top drama and Jamie's desperate efforts to stay in the spotlight. Meanwhile, Julian's on-court antics, arguing with teammates and playing out of control, only made things worse. The clothing line? Overpriced and low quality, failing to click with fans. Instead of a comeback story, Julian...
I ain't even gonna hold. I'm not... If I see one of y'all with a hoodie or a shirt that say Prodigy, a cheap shirt with a little Prodigy on it, you getting choke slam off rip. No cap. It's no way you should be having that shirt.
Overpriced and low quality, failing to click with fans.
I know you were forced
Instead
to
of a
get it.
comeback
It's okay.
story, Julian's journey turned into a sad sideshow. The once promising player became a walking punchline, a shadow of the star he was
Bro, he
supposed
was
to
getting
be.
locked up.
Watching the Newmans try to stay relevant was like watching a slow-motion car crash, messy, chaotic, and impossible to ignore. Julian's love for basketball, once his driving force, seemed drowned out by the noise of chasing clout. After graduating high school in 2020, he slid into the influencer life, hopping into random games and making internet appearances. Most people thought that was the end of his basketball journey. Fast forward 4 years, and here's the curveball. Julian Newman, now 23, is a college freshman playing actual basketball. His move was so low-key that hardly anyone noticed, and even those who did weren't sure what to make of it. But Julian didn't shy away from the moment, saying before a game, "Long drive, man. Like a 3-hour drive. California is a big state. About to drop 40.
Man, like a 3-hour drive. California, a big state. About to drop 40.
Typical Julian, right?
Drop
Julian Newman
40?
didn't exactly light it up that night. In fact, over 6 minutes of play, he missed 3 shots and finished with 0 points. His college career? Not going as planned.
Bro
And the
said
comments on his
over,
game day
bro.
vlog? Brutal. Put the meat in the
About to
tacos,
drop
bro.
40.
Your career's done. Seriously,
scored
just do
0.
something else. You're 5 feet 7 inches in shoes. Not trying to be harsh, but give it up as a career and just play for fun. You're a freshman? Dude, you're 24. Julian definitely had a rough game, but just how bad was it? In his debut against Cal State
I
Bakersfield,
see.
Newman played 15 minutes, missed all 3 field goal attempts, and went 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. He ended up with just 3 points, all from the free throw line, 1 assist, and 0 rebounds, steals, or blocks. And to top it off, his team got crushed by 69 points.
Oh my
109
gosh!
to 23. If anyone thought Newman had been putting in the work during his time off the radar, think again. The kid's still struggling. With his dad as the coach now, he's somehow found another opportunity to dribble in place and throw up wild shots at the college level. Same old story. In his second game against Southern Utah, Newman hit the court for 15 minutes once again, but this time, he was all about being aggressive. He managed to score 6 points, but the shooting was rough. 3 for 12 from the field.
That's
0 for
terrible.
6 from beyond the arc.
That is
And he
terrible.
couldn't even hit a single free throw out of 3 attempts. And guess what? Another blowout loss. Looks like this guy's just getting his minutes in during garbage time. In his third game against Utah Tech, Newman somehow managed to top that disaster. He played a measly 6 minutes, posting 0 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal in a brutal 31-point loss. Let's break it down. His team
Yeah,
has
bro,
lost
it's time to
every
wrap
game
it up,
by
bro.
an average of 53
It's time to wrap
points.
it up. It's time to
Newman
wrap it
finished
up.
just 12% of his shots.
I ain't
0
gonna
for
lie.
17
I'm
from
out
beyond
there.
the arc.
Hey,
And even struggled with
at
free
that point, I'm
throws,
getting
shooting
assists.
3 for
I
9,
don't care about no points.
averaging 3 points, 2 rebounds, and under 1 assist per game. It's been a nightmare. For anyone who thought his high school hype would translate into college success, it's clear now, this kid's not ready for the big leagues. His team is awful, and despite years of hard work, his skills seem all over the place. And his basketball IQ? Let's just say it's not impressing anyone. After watching him play, it's obvious. Julian Newman's time in the spotlight is fading fast. This issue brings to light a bigger problem in college basketball right now.
Bro,
Players like
I
Newman
literally
often get
forgot
their
about
shot
him in the
because of their
past years.
social
I'm gonna be
media
real with
fame
y'all.
and hype.
And it's
Julian's
not
name
even
has been built up
no
through
shade.
mixtapes,
I
drama,
just
and
forgot
highlight
about bro.
reels. Sure, that draws attention, but it doesn't always translate to success on the court. This kid went viral for playing terrible basketball and still can't control his temper, fighting teammates, throwing up awful shots, and playing a style of ball that makes the entire American youth basketball scene look bad. When it comes to his legacy,
telling you,
there have
that
been
man
plenty of
Julian
small
Newman,
guards who
bro.
blew up in high school for their flashy plays.
He like a midget, bro. It's like, imagine a midget playing basketball, going against 7-footers, thinking they about to go crazy in the NBA. Bogues, you know what I'm saying? Bogues, he was nice. Muggsy Bogues, I guarantee you that Muggsy Bogues right now can fry him. He can fry Julian Newman. Muggsy Bogues was actually nice. That's different, bro. But Julian Newman, he just spamming. He one of them cheesers on 2K17 in real life. That's what they do. Imagine I call him Julio Newman. I might as well. Him and Gio was the same person. Julio Newman. Imagine him versus Gio. That game that's gonna be a 2-hour dribbling game.
But no one's talking about guys like Chase Adams or Akil Carr anymore. Julian's story will be a reminder that hype and talent don't always match up in today's game, and he'll be the poster child for how social media has done more harm than good to basketball. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
If this made it this far, hit that subscribe button, and the next one will be coming soon.
Julio
Peace
Newman,
out.
bro, he need to stop, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. You need to pack it up, my boy. It's just not working, and you just have to accept that, Julio Newman. But anyways, further ado, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Your boy DONMANIA. I love y'all, man. Stay remain humble. God is always by your side, man. Peace.